boys and girls, man and woman. In the vast universe of EVE, ships comes in all shapes and all sizes, each serving a unique purpose within this game's complex ecosystem. From nimble frigates to colossal capital ships, there's a vessel for every playstyle and objective. Choosing the right ship is crucial in EVE Online, and today we'll explore some of the rarest and most sought after ships. If you're unfamiliar with this model, then imagine it as a big iceberg with knowledge, where only the part above the water is known to most people, and the deeper we go below the surface, the more obscure and the less known information are revealed. So expect to see some ships that you didn't know was in the game of EVE Online. In every tier, these ships are not ranked in any specific order, and to give an idea on how rare stuff is, I tried to collect enough data to give an estimate value of the ships. But just a quick mention here, some ships, despite the rarity, may be relatively affordable due to the common usage. However, there are also collector's items that comes with a price tag that seems utterly impossible. And then, there are those legendary ships that are so elusive, they might as well be mythical creatures, and trying to obtain one is like chasing a unicorn through a wormhole. So buckle up and prepare to dive deep into the Ship Iceberg of EVE Online, where we uncover the hidden treasures and marvel at the awe-inspiring vessels that makes this game truly out of this world. I have personally handpicked these ships in this iceberg, because including everyone would make this video several hours, so I would not be talking about any basic ships. But if we would start above the iceberg, then I would probably place, for example, these ships: Hematos, Immolator, Taipan, Violator, Marshal, or any jump fighter. If you play this game, then you know the amount of game time and ISK required to get even these ones. It's a few billion ISK for each ship. But as I say, we have not even started. Let's start with the surface level. This is where some ships becomes quite rare, and already here most players have not seen these ships in space, but owning one is definitely possible if you played this game long enough. Also, another small thing, the deeper we go, the less images there is, so I guess players ain't too keen on undocking their ships for nice photos. But let's start. Interbus Shuttle. The Interbus commissioned Davol Laboratories to design them and upgraded shuttlecraft in YC-106. This ship combines compact size with a surprisingly large cargo hold. The ship remained a closely guarded Interbus asset for many years, but in YC-111, it was made available to select Capsuleer pilots as a part of the outreach program intended to raise awareness of the Interbus brand among the growing Capsuleer's population. It remains, however, a very rare sight among the space lanes, and is considered by many to be a valuable collector's item. Since this one is a shuttle, this ship has no slots and it's not widely used, and for a ship of this size, 3 billion ISK is a lot. The Cayman. Introducing the Cayman, a remarkable faction dreadnought. This extraordinary capital ship was ingeniously designed by Korako the Rabbit Kusakami, the radical ship design genius of the notorious Guristas pirates. The Cayman boasts unparalleled firepower and exceptional resilience, making it a formidable presence on the battlefield. The Cayman has garnered immense admiration and desires from players across the universe. Acquiring a Cayman is no small feat, and it demands unwavering dedication and substantial resources. This rare and highly sought after ship carries the price tag that reaches a staggering 150 billion ISK, solidifying its status as a true symbol of achievement and ambition within the game. Chemosh. Behold the mighty Chemosh, the fearsome faction dreadnought that strikes awe into the hearts of anyone. This colossal vessel is renowned for its destructive capabilities and formidable size, making it a force to be reckoned with in the depths of space. With its devastating firepower and cutting-edge defense system, the Chemosh reigns supreme on the battlefield. This dreadnought is armed to the teeth with an impressive arsenal, boasting an array of capital-sized lasers, energy-based weapons that can unleash unparalleled destruction upon its foes. However, such power and prestige comes at a price. The Chemosh also commands a staggering cost of 150 billion ISK, making it an extraordinary investment for those who dare to possess this symbol of might and dominance. This homage ship design of the Blood Raiders is of course also using its signature Energy Nosferatu technology. The Vehement. In response to escalating power of Capsuleer's capital fleets, the Serpentis Corporation approached the renowned naval architect of the Angel Cartel with a unique Dreadnought-class capital ship. Drawing inspiration from the formidable Moros Hull, the architect is set out to create a mobile weapon platform that surpasses all expectations. With its unrivaled design and advanced technology, Guardian Angels combined this with advanced Serpentis Status webification technology and capital hybrid turrets. Be ready to pay up an impressive 150 billion ISK for this bad boy. The Loggerhead. Within the expansive reaches of EVE Online, the Loggerhead emerges as a formidable capital ship, proudly affiliated with the Kaldari. Specifically crafted as a force auxiliary vessel, its purpose lies in bestowing essential support and assistance upon allied ships amidst intense combat scenarios. Celebrated for its extraordinary prowess in remote repairs, the Loggerhead stands as a vital asset on the battlefield, and with its advanced repair system, it possesses the remarkable ability to mend the shields of any friendly vessels. In the midst of the relentless chaos of battle, the Loggerhead's mending touch effectively prolongs the survival of comrades. Only 150 billion for this beauty. The Komodo. The Guristas Komodo stands as a super titan. This faction titan is a rarity of great value and of course power. Revered by pilots across the game, its formidable arsenal includes an array of mighty-sized missiles with an impressive armament. The Guristas Komodo unleashes chaos upon enemies' fleets and structures, leaving a path of destruction in its wake. Captaining the Guristas Komodo represents a true pinnacle achievement, symbolizing wealth, skill, and influence of those who possess it. Giving its rarity and unparalleled power, the Guristas Komodo commands a substantial value in the EVE Online marketplace. Estimated price is worth within the range of 300 to 500 billion ISK. The Moloch. It can be one of the rarest and most powerful ships in the game. The Moloch is extremely rare and highly sought after by players. The Moloch has unique traits and bonuses that reflects the faction's characteristics. These bonuses typically enhances the ship's energy vampire system and resistance to electronic warfare. The ship's abilities makes it particularly deadly when flown by skilled pilots who understands how to maximize its potential. 300 to 500 billion is what my sources tells me. The Vanquisher. The Vanquisher is a Serpentis faction titan known for its immense power. It is considered one of the most coveted and prestigious ships in the game. Salvatore Sarpati knew exactly what he was building, and piloting a Vanquisher not only shows years of knowledge, but also years of skill time, as it becomes a primary target for other players due to its high value and potential impact in conflicts. 300 to 500 billion. It's time for the second level. You might be able to get some of these ships, but not if you don't sell your soul. The Freki, the assault frigate. Developed along the first wave of Minmatar assault frigates, but later abandoned due to cost. The Freki is known for its extremely well-designed warp core that enables it to arrive first on the scene to snare and eliminate its target. It is rarely seen on the battlefield, and only a limited number have ever gone into production. 300 to 800 billion. The Chromoas, the Covertops. The Chromoas is the Angel Cartel's take on the Covertops ship. Do not let the class designation fool you. The Chromoas is a more than capable combat vessel that takes advantage of Covert Cloak. and advanced targeting systems previously only seen on stealth bombers, and ample medium power module slots to pick and control the fights it knows it can win. By the time you see a Chromoas decloak, the fight is already over. 300 to 800 billion. The U-2, the assault frigate. The U-2 is a highly advanced drone platform specifically commissioned for the 8th Alliance tournament. While based on the Ishgor design, these ships feature design elements go above and beyond the original blueprint. In addition to revolutionary heat dispersion field projectors, the U-2 is equipped with cutting-edge hardwired drone protocols and upgraded warp scramble capabilities, combined with a sturdy armor plating. These qualities make the U-2 a powerful ally in any combat encounter. 300 to 800 billion. The Adrestia, the heavy assault cruiser. The Adrestia is also a high-powered blaster platform, specially commissioned for the 8th Alliance tournament. While similar to its sister vessel the Deimos, on which this design was based, this ship nonetheless differs in some very important ways. Utilizing lightweight alloys and a prototype form of ion thrusters, the Adrestia is capable of reaching truly mind-boggling speeds for a heavy assault vessel. While this makes it less sturdy than its predecessor, the lack of defensive plating is compensated with a state-of-the-art targeting system, thoroughly optimized weapon hardpoints, and upgraded warp scrambling capabilities. Do not let the lack of defense fool you. Very few vessels out there can stand against the Adrestia toe-to-toe. 300 to 800 billion. The Fiend, the heavy interdictor cruiser. The Fiend was originally designed by Sansha Nation as a heavy interdictor cruiser for use by elite harvester squadrons as a means to capture and board ships typically required large crew complements. The advanced interdiction technology the vessel is equipped with allows it to generate a warp disruption field without impairing its flight characteristics. This allows these formidable ships to easily chase down and hold even the fastest vessels in larger size brackets. As with other Sansha Nation equipment, the handful of captured Fiends in the commercial hands have been proven to be adaptable for capturer's use. 300 to 600 billion. The Chameleon. The Chameleon is a specialized covert operation ship. It is designed specifically for covert operations and renaissance tasks. It excels in infiltrating enemy territory undetected and gathering valuable intelligence. With its advanced cloaking technology, this makes the Chameleon ideal for scouting, spying, and performing covert surveillance operations. 300 to 500 billion. The Malice, the assault frigate. The Malice is an assault frigate designed exclusively commissioned as a reward in the 9th Alliance tournament, sporting custom metal alloys in its plated carapace. It is one of the most expensive ships ever produced in its class. Far from being a merge ornament though, the Malice features quality armament systems, strong defense plating and a massive capacitator, and its vastly augmented facility for energy destabilization makes it a formidable adversary in any engagements. 300 to 900 billion. Geri. The Geri was originally the product of a development program that involved the eccentric Taipo Histivari, the core complexion chief of the missile system development, together with Hildara Rostavik, the core lead designer of autonomous weapons. The program was an effort to cram as much missile firepower as possible into the Bestla heavy assault cruiser and its Geri assault frigate counterpart, while also supporting the sophisticated control routines and bandwidth to operate status webification drones with a massively upgraded system. 300 to 800 billion. The Cambion, assault frigate. The Cambion is the result of Caldari State executor Tibu Seath. While that effort has been rumored to have been a hit and miss, resulting in great scientific advantages at the cost of a stunning array of misfortunes, it is absolutely undeniable that the Cambion has been one of the great successes. The Cambion is a true brawler, taking note from the Merlin, a versatile combat frigate in its own right. This ship though is intended to rush in, overheat everything it runs, hit hard with everything it has, and get out moments before death can find it. 300 to 500 billion. I hope you guys are ready, as this is the ships that you probably never can get. The Victor. The Serpentis Corporation spared no expense when they contracted the Guardian Angels to create a new line of ultra-exclusive cruisers intended to replace their internal exclusive fleet of victorious luxury yachts. These ships would need to maintain the exquisite luxury of the yachts while adding devastating combat ability to ensure that the Serpentis Corporation's VIPs never find themselves outgunned. The final ship design delivered by Cartel engineers included covert ops cloaking capability and powerful hybrid turret hardpoints and status webifier capabilities, of course unmatched by any other ship. The first Victory-class force recon ship to complete construction was claimed by Salvatore Sarpati himself to serve as his personal cruiser. 800 billion. Tiamat. Based on the Triglavian Vedmak cruiser, the Tiamat is an experimental vessel from the Society of Conscious Thought that melds in elements of society technology and design philosophy. With the underlying hull and unique Triglavian systems, in particular support for covert ops cloaking and scan probe technology, was added to this ship's already formidable array of capabilities. The SOCT provided limited numbers of blueprints for the experimental Tiamat design as a part of their sponsorship of the Capsuleer Alliance Tournament 16. 300 billion. The Moraka. The Moraka is what goes bump in the night. Built to be the ultimate tool of piracy and terror, this recon ship combines the electronic warfare and covert capabilities of its class with the speed and ferocity that Angel Cartel cruisers are known for. The first ever Capsuleer ship to use the Ixan ship hull. The distinctive appearances of the Moraka goes along with incredible combat capabilities that would make this ideal for both solo and wolfpack hunting. 600 billion. The Rabisu. The Rabisu is an armor logistic ship with a powerful remote repair technology, with the ability to cloak up at any moment's notice. This one is great for a covert ops fleet. Of course, the Rabisu is not cheap, and therefore will not be a common sight. Capsuleers who are rich enough will surely add this to their alliance team next year. The Rabisu is a much sought after ship for future alliance tournaments. This one is too expensive, or there is no one left. Etana. The Etana came into existence as one of the numerous secret projects under Tiba's Heath rule, as a part of those revolutionary and paranoid times in the Kildare state. One of the outcomes of that research was an improvement on the Osprey, whose versatility and low manufacturing cost made it a natural candidate for improvements. The resulting vessel maintained the shield defenses known among similar ships of its type, while adding an array of remarkable black op capabilities. In fact, it is reputed that initial prototypes were employed to spy on interstellar activities near the recaptured Kildare Prime. 400 billion. Whiptail. Interceptor. The Whiptail was a prize for the top 4 teams of the Alliance Tournament 12. Great resistances and bonuses to micro-warp drive and scramblers gives target a very hard time to escape. 130 billion. The Imp. Interceptor. The Imp is an advanced Sunshine Nation interceptor, able to penetrate even the most intense blockades, hunting down stragglers or simply holding down ships while waiting for the main harvester force to arrive. The Imp is yet another case of Sunshine Nation's technology, improving on an existing advanced hardware. Like most Sunshine Nation equipment, the few captured examples of the Imp have been proven to be readily adaptable for Capsuleer's use. 500 billion. Miasmos Quaif Ultramarine Edition. The Miasmos Quaif Ultramarine Edition was commissioned by the Quaif Corporation as a vessel for high-focused distribution of Quaif in the New Eden cluster. To this end, the ship has been made more agile, giving a faster warp engine and fitted with an upgraded cargo hold that can carry vast amounts of Quaif. 60 billion. Delay lapse. This heavy interdictor cruiser makes the warp disruption field generator scramble at a range 20% wider, and with rate of fire bonuses, together with reload time, this one packs a punch. 300 billion. The Vanguard. The Vanguard is a heavy assault cruiser designed exclusively commissioned as a reward in the 9th Alliance tournament. Like its smaller sibling the Malice, it possesses great enhanced energy destabilization systems. Though it was primarily conceived as a combat vessel or a solitary pilot, Vanguard's great stores of capacitator power and top-of-the-line armor plating makes it no less effective in small fleets. This one is too expensive or there is no one left. The Mimir. A highly experimental prototype created by Minmatar scientists, intended to combine the qualities of their frontline's heavy assault cruisers, and sporting additional thrusters, this ship is not to be taken lightly. Rarely seen these days, too expensive, or no one left. The Bestla. The Bestla is a heavy assault cruiser that looks just like Mimir. The Bestla was originally the product of a development program that involved the eccentric Taipo Histivari, chief of missile system development, together with Hildara Rostavik, the core lead designer of autonomous weapons. Despite serious personality clashes between the Kaldari missiles expert Histivari and Minmatar drone designer Rostavik, the Bestala was brilliantly redesigned from its basic rupture hull format into an incredibly expensive heavy assault cruiser. A significant number of the initial production runs were donated as prizes to the Independent Gaming Commission's Alliance Tournament 18. 200 billion. The Gold Magnate. This ship is a masterly designed frigate as well as an exquisite piece of art. The Magnet class has been a pet project of a small elite group of Royal Ship engineers for over a decade. Only 5 were giving out through the Mars Championship held in 2003, and then again in 2016. The long years of expensive research were paid off with the deployment of this beautiful ship. The first Gold Magnet was awarded to Ecliptico to honor his success as Doriam Corasor's champion in YC05. That famous vessel was eventually sold to Turak Thork and met its demise at the hands of Lord Sap, Dr. Strangelove, Mutaka, and Omnivore, 4 of the legendary pirates of the Mu Corporation. The news that 4 more Gold Magnets were being produced for the Mars Succession Championship has recently brought this stored ship back into spotlight and has electrified the hopes and dreams of any wealthy collector or elite capsuleers across the cluster. 1 to 5 trillion. The Raju. Electronic attack ship. It's basically a Garmor mixed with a Keres. This one is the ultimate solo kite harassment ship. Only 140 was given out, and there is still a few out there. 200 billion. The Guardian Vexor. The Guardian Vexor was given as a prize in the early EVE lore event, the Galente Frontiers Tour Limited events, back in 2004. The Vexor is a strong combat ship that is also geared to operate in the variety of other roles. The Vexor is especially useful for surveying in potentially hostile sectors. Furthermore, it is well capable of defending itself against even concentrated attacks. This ship was changed over 15 years ago, but those who still own it still has the plus drones bonus. 90 billion to 1 trillion. Virtuoso, the stealth bomber. Decision was made to commission a new frigate design for the elite Guardian Angels strike team. This team would need to be able to travel across the entire cluster undetected and be ready to crush whatever resistance the local drug lords might muster. The resulting ship combines all the strength of the Nemesis-class stealth bomber and the classic Daredevil attack frigate. Rumors of the incredible capabilities of these ships have started to spread throughout New Eden's criminal underworld, bringing with them a nuclear promise. If you encroach on the business of the Serpentis Corporation, the last thing that you will see will be a Virtuoso decloaking. 200 billion. The Cadiz. The Cadiz was given out to the winner of the Alliance Tournament 14, along with the Rabisu ship. Only 25 of each was given out, so it is a very rare collector's item today. 160 to 250 billion. Now here I have to add all the special edition battleships, the Apocalypse Imperial issue, the Armageddon Imperial issue, the Megatron Federate issue, the Raven State issue, and the Tempest Tribal issue. These ships are today hidden in a few people's hangars, or they have been lost for eternity. Now I might have this wrong here, but I believe that they were giving out at the 3rd Alliance tournament back in 2006 or 7. They all have 8 turrets or launcher slots. If you compare it to the Navy ones that only have 7, the special edition battleships also have 1 extra low slot, among an increased CPU and power grid to go with it. If you would like one of these ships, if you can find a seller, you have to pay at least 2.5 trillion ISK, if they even exist anymore. We are at the deepest part of Eve. Down here, there is no price limit on any of these ships, should they appear in your hangar. This of course will not happen since these ships cannot be owned, at least not meant to be owned. The Cockroach, the specially adapted rogue drone scanning technology integrated into this unique frigate-sized platform, is reserved for the exclusive use of the Elite Equipment Certification and Anomaly Investigation Division, the ECAID. The femtometer wavelength scan resolution allows the pilot to virtually dissect and analyze any object at a subatomic scale, divining all flaws and defects with an uncanny level of quality. Flying one of these amazing ships is truly a great mark of achievement, but so far only CCP have flown this vessel, and of course it has 5 million shield. Priceless or unachievable. The Lynx. Little is known by the Lynx. The Angel Cartel uses it for a variety of roles including close range, electronic warfare support, as well as dishing out significant damage. Priceless, unachievable. The Gatherer. Assault frigate. Not much is known of this little corvette, but it's half as quick as the Imperial. But it's also smaller. The shield and armor is also slightly larger. The price, unachievable. The Medusa Jove frigate. The Medusa is the Angel Carter's premier frigate-class electronic warfare platform. It's fast and it's agile, allowing it to keep the distance it needed to avoid enemy fire while providing range of electronic warfare support. Priceless, unachievable. The Phantom. Almost nothing is known by the Jove vessels overall, and the same is for this one, but it looks cool. Priceless, unachievable. The Blade. Minmatar Republic Assault Frigate. Core complexion ships are unusual in that they favor electronics and defense over the typical a lot of guns, an approach traditionally favored by Minmatar. Priceless, unachievable. The Swordspine. Another ship we know nothing about except its basic stats on its hull. Priceless, unachievable. Talocan. The Talocan is actually a race, lived at a time when the new Eden Gate just opened. Despite their deep knowledge of hyper-Euclidean mathematics and manipulation of space, could not survive the crisis that followed the closure gate to the Earth. Priceless, unachievable. The Visitant. This Jove hauler is also a mystery. It can only carry a measly 10,000 M3. It was the first and so far the only known Tech 5 ship known to have existed. There was one case of a capsuleer obtaining a blueprint of one of these, which is also the reason it's known that the ship was a Tech 5. But the blueprint was of course recovered by CCP. Priceless, unachievable. The Spectre. We know almost nothing about this one. Priceless, unachievable. The Wraith. Another Jove frigate, also seen, as the newbie frigate. This fish-looking ship has a drone bay and 4 high slots with 1 launcher and 2 turrets. Amazing 5 mid slots and 2 low. The Wraith attributes are far superior to the Spectres. Priceless, unachievable. The Fury. The Fury is a fast and versatile frigate. Its primary role is a tackler, getting in close and hold down the enemies of the Angel cartel. It backs up this with a decent armaments, and it's rarely alone. Priceless, unachievable. Arini. This assault frigate is a destroyer's nightmare. It also has 90% less CPU needed for modules requiring advanced gunnery. Priceless, unachievable. The Enigma. The Polaris Enigma frigate is one of the most powerful Polaris ships ever built. Superior in both combat and maneuverability. The mysterious Enigma, piloted by the mysterious devs, believed to be the original ship that the Angel Carter's Daredevil is based on. Priceless, unachievable. Eidolon. This is a standard Jove battleship. The Eidolon is no longer actively used in the game. The model itself is still current, but does not have the V5++ shaders. Currently, there are no known owners of this ship. According to EVE lore, the Jove are now extremely sparse, thus Eidolon is extremely few and far between. There have been a few encounters with the Eidolons in the EVE history. Most of them were piloted by the CCP Capsuleers. The latest known encounter with this one was piloted by CCP GM the Doctor in YC-114. Priceless, unachievable. The Devourer. This special edition frigate have no info that I could find. Priceless, unachievable. And that was it. The EVE Online Ship Iceberg. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and of course if you did, let me know that with a like on this video. I'll see you guys again.